3, 2, 1, go.
Good evening, friends. At the outset, let me wish you a very happy new year. Hope this new year brings us a little lesser compliances in future, but as of now, we need to get prepared for the upcoming compliances which are due. And in the beginning, let me invite Mr. Kamlesh, Shah, our President, to give a few introductory remarks.
Yeah, thank you, Rajiv ji. Good evening to all. Wish you a very, very happy new year. Hope this year will be prosperous for the market as a whole. We will have new investors joining the market, and the product portfolio also will grow. Compliance is, as I believe, is integral part of our functioning. And I think, last 2 years we have seen a lot of reforms. In fact, this year itself, we are running 104th webinar to educate members. Purpose of this webinar is to see that members are well prepared so that they have less trouble in compliances as required by the regulator and the exchanges. We are thankful to all the members to have joined at a short notice, because both the compliances that we are going to discuss today are due in next 2-3 days. So we thought let us have a round of discussion whereby there will be more clarity to all the members. I would once again thank all the members for participation, and I would like to thank the entire team of NCL, Hima, Bindu Madam, Kalpita Desai, my colleague Mr. Rajiv Gupta, and Mr. Nirav Gandhi to have joined this webinar. And that's it. We would like to listen from the experts on their views, and if you have any queries, that also would be resolved by our moderator, Mr. Rajiv Gupta. Thank you very much. Over to you, Rajiv ji.
Yeah, thank you, Kamlesh bhai. So in today's topic, we have two important ones. Let me take it in the reverse order. One is the running account settlement. We've already gone through it in the first week of October. And to my mind, there are only two additions, that the data which was uploaded in a haphazard manner last time has been formalized, and a formal data structure has been given to provide all the settlement information to the exchanges and the SEBI. And the second one is more important, which is familiarization of new format for daily collateral submissions. As of now, we are doing that client segregation and collateral submission every day. So some new columns have been added and new information have been added. And I've been assured by the exchanges that the weekly submissions might go once this is stabilized. So without taking any more time, and I would firstly like to thank Ms. Hima Bindu and Ms. Kalpita Desai for joining us and taking their valuable time for us. And may I request them to take forward the seminar.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone out there. Thank you very much for joining at the short notice. So quickly, we would want to cover two topics today. One is on the new format, which is going to go live from January 23rd, and the second one is the running account settlement, which is which is coming this Friday. So I'll just share my screen. I have a short PPT. So in case you have any queries, you can stop me wherever you want. So as Kamlesh bhai said, we'll start with the running settlement first. So just wanted to tell you that the first Friday of this quarter, which is the Jan 6, is the day when the next quarterly settlement of running account of funds would be there. So it is just a request to all the clearing members to extend full support to the trading members, so that as last quarter, we would want a smooth implementation of the settlement process. And just to reiterate that we have extended the timings for collateral releases up till 7 o'clock in the evening, and similarly for EPA also we have extended time till 8:30. So this is just to tell you that we all need to work together as a team and ensure that there is a smooth transition. And in case you have any queries, we have exchange also there on this call. Mr. Naresh from NSE is also there. In case you have any specific queries on this, we are more than happy to address it. Sir, I think
things are fine, and luckily this is working Saturday for banks also.
yeah.
And I hope banks are also fully prepared to handle the settlement in a smooth way, and with the cooperation of clearing corporation and the exchanges, members are ready, and they have demonstrated that we are ready to go through the stress test, and this time also we will do it successfully, so that there will be breach of trust between regulator and the intermediaries. Thank you.
Thank you,
And
sir.
personally, I hope that the quantum of funds payout would be much lower than the last year. Last time it was a humongous amount, though it went smoothly, but this time I have a feeling that it might be slightly lower. And I know people have been settling, in fact, much before the deadline also. All the dormant accounts, not active accounts, at least we've been doing it so that the last day rush gets lower.
Yes, sir. In fact, I think people, since they have already had an experience of the previous quarter, I think it has actually helped members in getting up for the second quarter. I think so. That's where it is. So, in case you have any issues or anything, or in case you feel that you need support of NCL for reaching out to the banks or anything, in case any such thing is there, we are always available. It's just that we just wanted to communicate that to you, sir.
Ma'am, only one question I need a clarification, that the file that we need to upload, there are two files. One is the client-wise detail, and one is the bank-wise thing. That has to include only the payouts made on 6th January, not today or tomorrow or anything. Am I right?
Naresh, can you answer this call? Can you specifically answer this query?
Yeah, sir, the file, this is the day-wise file. So assuming if you have made any payment on 6th January, so you would be, giving the information of the 6th January, and later on, and then 7th January, if you have transfer also funds, means that if there are any transactions, that information would also be provided. So there is one particular column, settlement date. So there the date would vary. It would start from 6th January, and then it will be for 7th and 8th and so on. So this would be like the data should be provided in such a way. So all the data would not would be for 6th day. If your settlement is some of your money got transferred to one next day, then you will be providing data on settlement date would be 7th.
But suppose somebody has paid off on 5th of January, that need not be included.
No. Yeah, it would start from 6th January onwards.
Yeah, I think that answers it.
Okay. I think I'll move to the next topic now, which is the format change, which is going to go there from Jan. Yeah. So I'm not going to go into the details of what exactly are the 51 columns, because as now you all are aware that we went live on last October 21st, no, October 1st, 2021, and we all are familiar with the format. So my focus of this particular presentation is mostly on the additional data points which we are seeking as a part of the new revised format. Okay. So basically, we just wanted to give you that give a background as to why we started with this journey. So amongst the CCs, and when we had a discussion with SEBI, the thought process was we need to standardize the format, because today, as members, you are providing multiple data to the various MI. So the thought process was maybe we need to we need to standardize the format, so that eventually once the formats get stabilized, we wanted to do away with the duplicate information which is being sent out as a part of your weekly submissions and so on and so forth. So with that as a main objective in mind, this exercise was started off a couple of months back, and as a part of this, what we have done is, currently whatever data we are obtaining from the clearing members, which you in turn are getting it from the trading members, the 51 columns data, that will continue to remain intact. So I'm stressing again on that, because as far as the logic is concerned, or as far as the data points are concerned, whatever information you are giving it to the which you are currently furnishing as a part of the 51 column data, as what is received from the client, what is retained, what is passed on to the CC, and what is passed on to the clearing member and passed on to the CC. The logic of the 51 column is not undergoing any change. Why I'm stressing this very particularly is because based on that logic, there are a lot of other calculations which are currently being done, like your band mismatch and all, which many of you are already aware that today we are giving a band mismatch files between allocation and reporting and so on and so forth. So please bear that in mind, that this 51 columns will continue to be reported to us as is currently done. So additionally, what we are asking is, we have added additional data as 14 columns. Okay, if you see now, the revised format is 65 column data. So the additional 14 columns is typically the information which currently you are submitting to the exchanges as a part of cash and cash equivalent data. So that information is also being obtained, or included rather, I would say we are including in this format, so that eventually once this gets stabilized and once exchanges get this data from the clearing corporation, maybe eventually we can look at doing away with that information. So with that as a long-term objective, this is the journey what we embarked upon. But so that's where it is. And so I just wanted to again reiterate that the cutoff time, which is going to be T+1 5 p.m. So there are no changes in the cutoff time. So that's another thing which all the members will have to be taking care of. So the T-day information needs to be submitted by T+1 5 p.m. And this particular new format is going to go live from January 23rd. So the old format will not be supported. It's only the new format. So that's another point which I request members to please take care of. And so the key changes are, as I've already told you, there are no changes in the reporting format or the logic in the existing 51 columns. And second information, what you need to understand is, when you are, there could be a possibility that there may not be any data which you need to publish as a part of 52 to 65. So if any such information is, if there is nothing to be reported, please don't leave the data blank. Either you populate it as 0 or not applicable, depending on the data type. So what I mean is, if the data type is numeric, then you need to populate it as 0. If the data type is any, if non-numeric or character, then you please populate it as any. So blank data would get rejected by the system. So please take care of that point. And third is, as far as the columns 52 to 65 are concerned, no negative values are accepted. That's the third point. And fourth is, we have added one additional validation based on our past experience when members were uploading the files. So what happened was, many a times we have come across cases where members say that because as a clearing member, you may be a clearing member for a segment in with one MI, with one CC, and with another CC you may be a clearing member there. So there were instances where the wrong file of the other CC was getting uploaded. As a result, your members were subjected to penalties, and those kind of issues were being faced. So that is the reason this time we have introduced a check on the header. So what it means is that if the headers are incorrect, then the file would get rejected. So we request all of you to take care, because today this check is not there. So we were not validating on the header. So going forward from 23rd of January, even header would get validated, but it is not case sensitive. So this is another thing which I wanted to stress upon. Now going to the new data, what we are so here I'm straight away coming to the additional data, which is from column 52 to 65, whatever we are seeking. So if you see, the first information what we are asking is about the MTF and a non-MTF. So here, since MTF is applicable only for cash market, so I'm only trying to stress on the validations of what we have built, so that when you are building your system, you also need to take care of that. So when we are saying MTF, since MTF is applicable only for cash market, if you include MTF as for any other segment, we would that record would get rejected. So suppose if I am a client of you, and if I am an MTF and non-MTF, so typically for suppose if client one is an MTF client also and a non-MTF, so there would be two records for that client for cash market. So that is another thing which you need to ensure when the record is being reported. So otherwise otherwise there's no other validation for this. So it's just that it's only for cash market you can have an MTF, any other segment you cannot. So that's one thing. And as far as the uncleared receipts are concerned, the only thing is it should be a positive value. Obviously no negative value can be accepted, so that's another one. And third point is the G6 T-bills. So here if you actually see, I have clubbed actually columns 54, 55, 56, 57, 58 for the purpose of consistency with the format of what we were taking, what is received, what is passed on, and what is passed on to CC. Like say, you know that we have got some 5 different buckets in which all the collaterals are being types of collaterals are being captured. So here what we are saying is, though we already have a column number, I think 31, I think if I'm not mistaken, which talks about approved securities cash, which is nothing but G6. Okay, so what we are saying is, this particular data is only for information which is coming through eKuber. So today, whatever information you are providing, that includes eKuber and also information which is coming through pledge and repledge. So here we are saying that only if it is, if you are, this should be only eKuber information should be separately populated over here, so that when exchange is calculating information, it will help them in identifying and differentiating whether what is coming through eKuber and what is coming through the pledge repledge. So this particular information is only to capture the eKuber. So again, I'm saying whatever information you are providing in the previous column, which includes eKuber and pledge repledge, that should continue the way it is. And there is no, because our band computations and everything is based on the initial 51 column. So if the value gets reduced in that, then automatically you will end up getting a lot of mismatches. So please, members are requested to ensure that the existing 51 columns data is not disturbed. Now going to the next one. So the next 5 data points are with regard to the bank guarantee. Here what we are saying is, in case of a bank guarantee, we wanted to understand what is a funded portion and what is a non-funded portion. Again, this is required for the calculation of G factor, which currently exchanges are computing for every trading member. So here what we are saying is we need this any collateral, any bank guarantee what you are retaining with you as a clearing member, you need to bifurcate and tell us what is a funded portion and what is a non-funded portion. So this is basically to just simplify, we have just given some validations over here as to what should be reported in these columns. One second, I think. I'm sorry, I think my file has got, yeah. So here, as far as this bank guarantees are concerned, so we basically we are saying for since you as a clearing member would know what is a funded portion and non-funded portion, we want this bifurcation for bank guarantees what is retained by you, and for bank guarantees what you are placing with NCL also. For both the collateral, we want a funded and a non-funded bifurcation, and this is the validation which has been put. Is what we are saying, and the last three columns are basically to facilitate the running account settlement. So this is by and large the additional information what we are trying to seek from the members. In case you have any questions, we are more than before that I just wanted to tell you one more thing, that as you all must be aware that we have opened up our test environment for members, and we have opened this test environment from Jan 2nd onwards, and while we have got requests from about 50 odd members to participate in test environment. However, we would want to encourage more and more members to avail of this opportunity and test their software, so that we don't have any issues on the day of go live. And please know that the test environment is available only till Jan 13th, because we would also require 1 week of cooling period, in case of any thing. So it's only there for till next Friday. So we request all to test their file formats and anything. And in case you, but only thing is you need to write to us to enable your IDs out there. So you can email to us on this membermonitoring@nssl.co.in. And the last point which I wanted to say that is we also had a session with the back office vendors, and we have explained them the changes, the logic, and we have also shared with them the validations which we have incorporated as a part of the new structure, so that as members, when you are getting the back office software upgraded version on to your systems, at least you don't come up with any surprises because of the new validation. So that also has been taken care of, and we have done the familiarization with the back office vendors. And so that's it from my side, and these are the circulars which we have issued. The first circular is on the new format, which is October 27 is what we have issued, and the November 18 circular is more from a test environment details perspective. So any questions, I'm more than happy to answer, sir. So that's it from my side. In case any questions, you please, the floor is open for you.
Yeah, ma'am, I have a question regarding this point number 63 of this settlement account. Yeah, so this data needs to be given only the next day of the settlement. That is the 6th of January, only the 7th January day, the Monday data file would be containing this data.
Yeah, anyways, it is the sixth trade date data would be coming to us on 7th itself, no, sir?
Yeah. So it's only once in a quarter this data will get populated, is it? Or every time we settle the account, like there are two requirements. One is if the client has not traded for 30 days, we need to settle the account. Or if the client has opted for monthly settlement, then we need to settle the account, or the quarterly settlement.
Naresh, you want to take this question?
Yeah. So, sir, this data, when whatever the date as per the requirement of SEBI circular, be it monthly or be it quarterly. So then post that you will have to provide the data So assuming if for the coming quarter 6 January, we all would be settling the accounts, right?
That's
So
right.
then the next Monday you would be providing the data that how much has been, funds have been transferred. So that details have been provided on the Monday after the that 6 January week. Now, assuming the client who has also opted for monthly settlement also, then also you would be providing this data, for after the first Friday of the month. So whatever next Monday comes, you would be providing that data.
Plus, if the client has not traded for 30 days, even then
No,
it
no,
has
no,
to be
no,
settled.
no. So that is not applicable for that. This is only for the regular clients, the active clients.
Okay, so that settlement data need not be captured. Suppose a client has given me money and not traded for 30 days, I need to settle the account. That amount will not come in this settlement question, column number 63. Am I right?
Yeah, so this is completely for those, this is only for requirement for the first Friday of the quarter or the month. It has nothing to do with the clients which you are settling on the basis of their inactive period of 30 days or more. So there this data we would not be capturing. This is only with respect to the first Friday of the month or the quarter, as case maybe whatever the client has opted for it. So there you will be providing. So you may, if I have to put in a very simple way, then I may say that after first Friday of the month, whatever next Monday comes, you have to put that data in that file.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for the clarification, sir. Prasadji, any questions anyone has sent? Because I think another question that comes to the mind is this data structure common for all the clearing corporations, or is this specified only for the NCL?
No, no, it is common for all CC, sir.
Okay, and plus another change that is going to happen from 16th January is that we have to upload daily files for client equivalents and bank balances and holding statements.
Naresh, you want to respond to that? I think there was an NSE circular, right?
Yeah, that's right. From 16th January, I think it's applicable every day. Earlier, we
Yeah,
were
I
doing it
think
on a weekly basis.
weekly basis. I think the circular was issued by the exchanges, I suppose. So I think whatever the data you are providing, the daily data which you are providing on a weekly basis, I think they are asking for a daily submissions. I think, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken,
that's fine. But is it common for both the exchanges, or is it only applicable to NSE?
sir, I
Because
think
otherwise, it's a big ask for our back office
no,
vendors to prepare so many kind of files, and some
sir,
day some wrong file will get uploaded.
though I am responding on behalf of all exchanges, which I am not, but generally, typically, the thing is any format changes or structure changes, it will be uniform across the MIS. It cannot be that only NSE is asking for some information and other exchanges are not. So it should be, I think that's how it is, sir.
So,
Naresh, am
sir,
I right? Naresh,
yeah.
am I
So
right?
yeah. So basically, sir, whatever we do in definitely into it's done in joint consultation with exchanges only. But we have issued the circular. NSE has issued circular, which is going to be implemented. Which is going to implement from 16th of January, as you have rightly mentioned. Now, with respect to the preparedness, I would say that we are anyway doing the meeting with the back office vendors also, and before issuance of circular also, we have done the couple of meetings with the back office vendor also, that there shouldn't be any problem and they should able to implement the guideline which we have issued in our current recent circular also. So we believe that there wouldn't be any issue as such, because there is no change in the formatting of the file. It's only about the frequency have been changed, which has been changed from weekly to daily now. And secondly, we have also launched the API also for holding statement, which was already in under anyway was discussion, and previously we already implemented, but it was because of certain reason it was postponed. So now it is being implemented. So back office vendors are well prepared, and anyway we are doing a daily meetings with them also to, if any issues are coming, we are figuring out and resolving then and there only.
So the only little issue is the BSE is yet to issue any circular on this. NSE has issued the circular, but BSE is yet to issue the circular. So we are actually in a little amount of fix what to do. Is it possible for your coordinator, you would be having some kind of a coordinating committee to take it up over there?
Yeah, we will surely take it with, we'll check with update, because whatever is a circular, everything is already in, they are also working on it. Perhaps I think there might, we need to check where it is, but it is not something that BSE is not aware. It is definitely done in, in consultation with all exchanges.
Yeah, actually, can't it be done with only one exchange, and you can share the data with the BSE? I don't, what's the purpose in uploading so many numerous files at numerous places?
Sir, I think I would want to answer this question, because typically this was discussed earlier also, but as CCs may not, may not be comfortable sharing the CC specific data with other CC, so that could also be one of the reasons. But yes, as you said, we will take the suggestion and then we'll see, take it forward. But as of now, this is how it is, sir. So
Right.
yeah.
Kamlesh bhai, I don't think there is any query from any member regarding all this. And there's only one query, that that column number 63 settlement account, we've already discussed that.
Right.
Right.
Thank you. I think it was self-explanatory, and these people have done elaborate presentation.
Yeah, and most of the job.
Once we submit the data, we will come to know about the practicality of it. Most of it we are already submitting, so there should not be any problem. And ultimately, it should result into waiver of weekly submission. So at least one additional submission could be avoided.
Yeah, only one request from our side, ma'am, that this 23rd January, this new structure, in case somebody is not able to do it, then could you just hold his hand and give an extra little window so that he can do the needful, in case it's possible?
Sir, we are always with you. We have always held your hands throughout, sir. So, so you know it.
No, the idea is that suppose the 5 p.m. We've had experiences where somebody uploads the file at 5:10 and there's a penalty bill coming around. So in case you could give some kind of a leeway.
We'll consider, sir. We'll see that. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Now somebody says, what is the file name for data submission? I think it was the same.
It's the same, sir. It's the same. Whatever your, I think, PAN and the date. PAN and the date.
Yeah. So now one question I have is, yes, sir, please confirm we have to consider date till 6th October 22 or 7th October 22 for running settlement. Now, whatever balance you have on 6th of January needs to be paid. It's as simple as that. I don't think there is any confusion on that. Am I right, ma'am?
I think the query perhaps is not clear, because they have mentioned 6th of October. I don't know. It was the past quarter.
Yeah. So the way I understand about the settlement is, whatever balance we have on 6th
is available at the
January, that needs to be returned after retaining whatever is allowed.
Yeah. So at the end of 6th of January, whatever balance is lying needs to be settled after eligible retention amount. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, another small question is, for Friday's trade, when is T+1? Is that Saturday or Monday? I think it should be Monday only.
Yes.
And then they say file name for quarterly settlement details. Ma'am, the data that we need to upload, sir.
So that is, so sir, the circular will get released. Perhaps today we are issuing. So today you will come to know all the information which is required to be uploaded. Although the format and everything has been shared, the file name would be some sort of additional details would be shared in the circular which we are issuing either today or tomorrow. Mostly we are issuing today already.
Okay. NSE circular 55024, we have to submit the summary and detail of running account settlement. Achha, so what is the file that you've already said that you we are going to issue the circular. I don't see any more queries on this. I think we've had a lovely presentation. And in any case, we have already traversed 90% of the way of the required circulars, and majority of the work has to be done by the back office vendors only. So from my side, I would like to thank Hima Bindu ji, Naresh ji, Kalpita ji, and may I ask Mr. Nirav Bhai, our ANMI director, to propose a vote of thanks for the participants, please.
Yeah, thank you to the entire NCL and NSC team, Kalpita, Aditya, Naresh Bhai, Hima Bindu ji, for this informative session. I hope we don't encounter any hiccups because it's a combination of two. And one more demand is there from the members. Now, since you are combining so many things, please remove 1 or 2 submissions in the next, 10 days or 15 days after this goes live. Because many things of weekly are now becoming daily, so the weekly submission should go away. So that has been a request from all members. Since you are combining so many things, so it's better some also go out of the plate rather than keeping everything there.
Yes, and that is the objective. That is the objective, and that's the reason we have started this journey. And once this step gets stabilized, and once the data starts flowing to us properly, and the objective is to the duplicacy needs to be removed. So we are working towards it.
Yes. Thank you everyone, and thank you all members for this participation in this wonderful session. Thank you once again to everyone.
My only request is please participate actively in testing, so that we don't have any hiccups on the day of go live. So you just please write to us on the member monitoring, and we will facilitate the test environment. That's the only closing remarks is what I wanted to tell.
Just to our members, sure.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.